Let's explore a fascinating alternative theory. What if dinosaurs had never gone extinct? Imagine a world where these gigantic reptilian beasts still roamed the Earth. What would life, biodiversity, and even the climate look like on this alternative planet? Let's dive into this intriguing scenario and uncover the implications of an event that, fortunately or unfortunately, never occurred. Had dinosaurs not gone extinct 66 million years ago, today's terrestrial ecosystems would look drastically different. These prehistoric giants, adapted to a variety of ecological niches, would maintain their status as the planet's dominant vertebrates. Their continued survival would imply that vast plains, forests, and swamps would still be patrolled by creatures like Tyrannosaurus rex, Triceratops, and their numerous herbivorous and carnivorous kin. This continuation of the Mesozoic era could significantly limit the diversification of other life forms, especially mammals, which in our real world flourished after the dinosaurs' extinction. In this scenario, mammals, which today range from tiny bats to majestic elephants and agile predators like felines, would likely not have had the chance to evolve into larger and more complex forms. The constant and dominant presence of large-scale carnivorous and herbivorous dinosaurs, occupying the primary ecological niches, would keep mammals in a more primitive evolutionary state. These would predominantly be small, possibly nocturnal, living in the shadows of dinosaurs and using the dark hours to avoid efficient predators and compete for resources not dominated by the large reptiles during the day. Moreover, the competition for food resources and territory would be fierce, shaping a world where terrestrial ecosystems are governed by predator-prey dynamics very different from those of today. This alternative world would look very different, with food chains and ecological interactions centered around dinosaurs. Plant biodiversity could also be influenced, as large herbivores like sauropods would continue to shape vegetation, limiting the growth of dense forests and favoring grasslands or other types of resilient vegetation that could withstand their diet and movements. This altered balance between flora and fauna would have cascading effects, affecting everything from pollination to nutrient cycling in soils, perpetuating a planet where the evolutionary clock would have ticked at a very different pace for life as we know it. Without the extinction event to interrupt their dominance, these colossal reptiles would continue to monopolize extensive areas of food and territory, leaving little room for the emergence and development of new groups of organisms. This saturation of large dinosaurs in major ecosystems would severely limit the availability of resources for other species, forcing adaptations in extremely specific or marginal niches. The permanence of dinosaurs would also have a domino effect on plant evolution. Trees and other plants would develop more robust defense mechanisms or growth strategies adapted to the unrelenting appetite of sauropods and other giant herbivores. Such selective pressure could result in less varied ecosystems, where only plants capable of withstanding intense grazing or quickly regenerating after being eaten could thrive. This would not only reduce the variety of available plants, but also affect the species dependent on these plants for food and shelter, perpetuating a cycle of limited biological diversity in both flora and fauna. Moreover, exacerbated competition and a lack of evolutionary opportunities would lead to extreme specialization or the extinction of many evolutionary lines that, in the current world, are thriving. Organisms requiring specific environments or having specialized diets would face insurmountable difficulties in adapting to a world dominated by dinosaurs. The result would be a simplified ecological web, where few highly adapted species would dominate, reducing the overall resilience of ecosystems. This could leave our alternative planet vulnerable to environmental disruptions, with less capacity to recover after disruptive events, whether natural or induced by climate changes. This alternative world would look very different, with food chains and ecological interactions centered around dinosaurs. In a scenario where dinosaurs were not extinct, the evolutionary trajectory of primates, and by extension, humans, could have been interrupted or drastically altered. In the presence of dominant and large predators, small and incipient primates might never have had the opportunity to explore and expand their ecological niches. This would limit not only the physical and behavioral diversification of these primates, but also prevent the development of the cognitive and social capabilities that are fundamental to forming complex social structures. Consequently, without the evolution of primates to more advanced states, The emergence of the human species as we know it would be highly unlikely. Without human presence, the course of Earth's history would be unimaginably different. There would be no art, literature, or philosophy. None of the languages formed over millennia would exist. Monuments and cities that symbolize the human capacity to modify and adapt the environment to our advantage, like the pyramids of Egypt or modern metropolises, would never be built. All technology, from the wheel to the computer, would remain uninvented, leaving the planet in a state almost untouched by the manipulative intelligence characteristic of humans. The human influence on geology and climates, observable in the Anthropocene eras, would also be absent, resulting in an ecologically very different planet. Furthermore, the absence of humans would mean that Earth would have no conscious witnesses to its own history. There would be no science to understand the formation of stars, the evolution of species, or the mechanisms of the planet itself. The complexities of the universe, from quantum physics to the vast expanses of space, would remain unexplored and misunderstood. The unique human ability to reflect on our existence and the cosmos would be an unrealized potential, and the accumulated knowledge about Earth and outer space would not exist. Thus, the planet would continue to operate under natural laws, without human curiosity and intervention to alter or understand its march through time. Without the dinosaurs' extinction, our planet could be a place where humanity never emerged, leaving Earth under the continuous dominion of these fascinating prehistoric giants. This exercise in imagination not only highlights the importance of extinction events in shaping the course of life on Earth, but also makes us appreciate our own existence even more. It is a powerful reminder of how seemingly catastrophic events can open doors to new forms of life and new evolutionary opportunities. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more interesting content like this, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future explorations. Share your own ideas and thoughts on this topic in the comments below. What else do you think would be different? We're curious to know. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of our world and beyond. We just explored a world where dinosaurs still roam among us. Now, how about diving into a real and current threat? Our video is now live where we discuss the meteors that have the potential to hit Earth. Let's analyze these space visitors and find out what measures we can take to protect ourselves. Click the link to watch now and delve deeper into this fascinating space danger. Let's unravel the mysteries of the universe together.